जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Let me offer millions of obeisance, Lord, upon the Guru Varga, the Nama Nishta Santa, and all present past spiritual Vaishnava Tavat Pranam. Vancha Kalpataru Vyasya Krupa Sindhu Bhayeva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Dandavat Pranam. Sorry for the last 2 days program. Bombay could not do programs were there. So please forgive me for that. Now today, 4th December, Monday, Bhakti Sambandha Turyashram Goswami Maharaj disappeared. 8th is Ekadasi, Utpanna Ekadasi. Then 10th is Saranga Thakur disappeared day. Then 18th December is Jagannath Udan Shashti. Then 23rd is Mokshada Ekadasi. Also Gita Jayanti, 23rd. Actually, Gita Jayanti. Okay, we'll do that. Essence of Gita. Now, we'll discuss some essence of Bhagavad Gita by that time. Other time, we were doing the Bhakti Tattva Viveka. The more we understand about Bhakti, then we know. Suppose you go to buy gold. If you don't know how pure gold looks like, or how to test and all that, symptoms, then you will be cheated. I'll tell you so much they do. You probably have 24 karat, 18 karat, something like that. They put copper, tiny bit of gold, and they sell it as gold. And it's neither copper nor gold, Then the legal issue also will come. Nowadays, the legal issue. Hare Krishna. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಊರಪ್ಪ? ಮತ್ತೇನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ? ನೀವು ನಾನೀಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಇದು ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಜೀವಾಮೃತ ಬೀಜಾಮೃತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರ? ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಗ ಸಗಣಿ ಗಂಜಲ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತೀರಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಬೇಕು? ನೀವು ನಾಳೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. ನಾವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಷಯ, ಅದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಹೌದಾ? ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಡಿಕೆ ಅಂತೀರಾ, ಅಡಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಆಯ್ತು, ಬನ್ನಿ ನಾಳೆ. ಆಯ್ತು. ನೀವು ಆಯ್ತು, ನೀವು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆನೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? 6:15ಗೆ ಮೇಲಿರ್ತೀನಿ. 6:15, 6:30 ಬನ್ನಿ ಮೇಲೆ. ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೊ ಕೃಷ್ಣ giving us a knowledge what is bhakti, to recognize bhakti is not different from him, it's more powerful than him. So he's so attracted, he forgets himself, Bhakti is very, very powerful. Bhakti Raivainam Naiti, Bhakti Raivainam Darshati, Bhakti Vasha Purusha, Bhakti Reva Bhuveshi. Premanjana Charita, Bhakti Vilochanena, Santaha Sadaiva Vruddhiyeshi Vilokayanti. Em Shama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Bhajani. So that prema, unadulterated prema. Yes. So now we have the desire of bhukti, mukti, sense gratification. The whole world in this material world, one way or the other is our, we are gratifying our senses in a gross way, in a subtle way. Nothing else in this world. So, but we have been conditioned for millions of lifetimes, so many species of life. So, how to get over, So, through bhakti. We are immersed in it. Bhakti always. So many. Well, it draws, advertisements. It's all basically, you go to supermarket, so many. Always gratifying our eyes and, advertisement, Okay, I will tell you one thing, don't get wrong. In the advertisement, either they will put male person picture or a female, okay? If they are appealing to the male, they will put a female. If they are appealing to the female, they put a male, right? Now it looks so real. Wow. We get captivated. Wow. Looks like that person is very happy with this object, right? Something like, right? That's the message they are getting. Now you go and take a stick and hit that picture. You think they will get hurt? Or you go and talk to are you really happy with this object? You are so, laughing, so smiling, right? Will they speak to you? So, what I'm saying is the Maya is so powerful. It gives you, oh, it is real, but it is not. Then that person, like one incident happened. I forgot. I think some cold drink, Coca-Cola or something. I forgot. They are paying. This is a famous, like actor, famous actor. So they'll pay you so many money, pay you, and then you have to act. Oh, like this. Then he developed cancer out of it. What happened? Now, see, he has acted and then he has induced so many people to drink. And all their sin will come to him or not, tell me. So, and he is suffering. So, like this, there is no end to it. You understand what I'm saying? The thing that we see on TV is not real. Okay, the TV itself is not real. It looks like alive, but it is. Is it? You go and bang it. Nothing happens. You lose some money. You don't cry or anything. Actually, you get hit. Those people won't get hurt, right? If you hurt, can you hurt people that they are shown on the TV? They will never get hurt. Only you get hurt. You will be destroying your own TV. You are losing money, right? Right. So, same thing in this material world. Okay. That's why we should not have hatred with anybody. It will come back to us. So that way you get disconnected, one by one. Then bhakti is exclusively engaging all our senses, thinking, our feelings in the service of Krishna. So that pleases him. Now, why it pleases him that? Because we are not independent, we are part of him. In this material world, we are thinking we are apart from him, separate from him. We are not. We can never be separated from him. Even if you like to, you cannot. Only thing is we are unaware of it. That's the thing. So the process, the sadhana, the practice makes us this awareness, nothing else. The awareness of the reality. There are two kinds of reality. One is that we are conditioned. We are not independent. Everything is done by Supreme Lord, energy. Maya Dakshina Prakriti Sahasrara. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, amazing. He was telling one thing. See, in the science, people say heat moves this and that. So the temperature, heat, right? Heat is a quality. It is not an object. Understand? Heat is an object. So the temperature, the heat, moves the things around, but it looks like, you know. But how does heat generates? He points out one thing. Our body also generates heat. Suppose if you are excited or anything, or wow, enthusiasm, your body temperature goes up. Suppose you feel so cold or less, the temperature goes. Radiation from our body. So the moment this jada, this material world is inert, and Lord, through his vision, he looked at the Maya, and because of his vision, sometimes you can see, for example, our cows is an example. You walk, they know they will come. They will run towards you. Especially if you are, close to them. Same thing way, see the dog starts, it knows as soon as the owner is coming, it gets up, active. Right? So when we look at it, it creates certain energy. What I'm saying is, same way, this whole world came into action because of the Lord looked at it. Otherwise, it is jada, inert. Inert is lifeless. So, but Lord's energy, see, our own energy, for example, TV, for example, okay. TV is made out of what? Inert material, is it not? All the semiconductor chips is inert. There is no living entity within the in the TV, right? Or even in the mobile. So there's no living entity there. But the mobile comes into action, active, because of some connection with the living entity energy, right? Is it not? Our sound energizes, So, hey, अभी यज्ञ करो ना, डेली हम नहीं हुए तो अभी इतना दिन आप किया, क्यों नहीं? पिटाई करेंगे, फिर अभी करो, टाइम हो गया, वो कर सकते हैं ना, और करो. So, like that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is amazing. What I was thinking is, see, the relationship should be there. See, I will give an example. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Now, if there is no operator there, is there any relation between the 1 and then 2? You understand? Number 1 and number 2. The relation starts from plus, minus, multiplication, division, whatever operators, right? You operate on that, then it looks like it takes become active. See what I'm saying? So, the operators, get it? So, same way jada, the inert operation by Supreme Lord looking at it, activity. So the operators, where does operator come from? Operation, operators, So coming from the Lord in the form of, like infinity, Ananta, you know. So like that. So anyway, these are some thoughts. So same way we are being operated, by Lords, directly, indirectly. If we get operated indirectly, then it's a different world together. Indirect. Directly is bhakti. That's what I'm saying. We get operated directly by Lord. Swarupa Shakti, bhakti. Then it's all bliss, happiness, pure happiness, pure bliss. If you are operated by material energy, then it's all suffering. But it appears like bliss. It appears like bliss. It's like water in a desert. It looks like it is there, but it is not there. It's like in a shadow, mango tree shadow or any fruit shadow. Oh, it appears like a fruit, but it does not taste. You cannot know what fruit it is. So that's why bhakti, 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 bhakti. We are analyzing, we are understanding what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. So Kapila in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, is saying, Salokya Srasti Samipya Sarupya Aikatvam Api Uta Diyamananam Grahananti Vina Mas Sevanam Janaha. Oh, my dear mother. Kapila Deva is telling. Despite being offered the 5 types of liberation known as Salokya, Srasti, Sarupya, Samipya, Ekatva, my pure devotees don't accept them. They only accept my transcendental loving service. So, in this material world, so many people for this, even for that. So, Salokya Mukti meaning one attains residence in the abode of Bhagavan. Salokya, same residence place of the Lord. Then, Sarasti, opulence equivalent to that of Bhagavan. Position very near to him, Samipya, near. Then to obtain a 400 form like Vishnu, Sarupya. To attain Sayuja Mukti, merging, is called Ekatva. Now the Sayuja Mukti is of 2 kinds. Most of the people, merging, is 2 kinds. One is Brahma Sayuja and then Ishvara Sayuja. What is the difference? Brahma Sayuja is cultivation of Brahma Jnana or impersonal knowledge leads one to Brahma Sayuja, effulgence. Because impersonal, we are thinking. That's why very, very important. We should know the truth about Bhagavan. Ye tam mam prapadyante, tam tasaiva bhajamyaham. If we believe that Lord is only effulgence, only light, then He will make us also like that. Will appear like that. Because that's what your conception, thinking. Now, by following properly Patanjali Yoga system, Ashtanga Yoga, that is Ishvara Sayuja, merging into Lord's form, like Paramatma. But for devotees, both types are rejection because there is no service. See, devotee meaning what? Service. Service means there is three things: servitor, server, and the process of serving. So, if in the merging, there is no servitor or the server to be served. To be served and the servitor both are not there. Then where is, and they, so if both are not there, how can there will be service? You understand? All the three will not be there. Finished. So that's why this, they all one. So, those people, those who desire to attain Sayujya at the perfectional stage may also follow the process of bhakti, but their bhakti is temporary and fraudulent. This is a key. This is what we try to understand. You go to many temples, I've been there, they have a deity, Radha Krishna deity. They also do arati, they also do offering. But their whole aim is, one day I will become I will become them. I will merge in them. Then where is, you think you will get any feeling? Ashta Satmika, nothing, impossible. But why, you might ask, wait a minute, why do they take this bhakti? It's not a bhakti, pure bhakti. This bhakti is not meant for the satisfaction as a seva, service to the Lord. No, give, like appears like bhakti, but it is not. They do offering, they do arati, this and that. But their goal is to merge his name. Why they are doing it? Because it's the easiest way. By serving like that, otherwise to get Sayujam is very difficult, very difficult process. Because there is no forum. So they think this forum is temporary. Understand? This is not eternal. Lord has no forum, no eternal forum. But we have created to make it easy. So many concoctions. Understand? Very danger. So they don't accept bhakti as an eternal occupation and merely consider it to be means to attain Brahma. See, this is the thing. Their conception is that after attaining Brahma, bhakti does not exist. You see? After attaining Brahma, bhakti does not exist. Therefore, the bhakti of a sincere devotee deteriorates in the association of such spiritualists. Understand? This is the thing. Sadhu Sangha. If you associate with such a personality, then your bhakti is also. You become what you associate with. If you associate with a drunkard, sure, you will soon try drinking, smoking, So same thing, impersonalist, we become impersonal. Shuddha Bhakti never resides in the hearts of those who consider Sahaja Mukti to be the ultimate perfection. Shuddha Bhakti will not stay there. Regarding the other mukti, Srila Rupa Goswami explained. So, the four types of, so Sahaja Mukti is rejected. You understand? Now, what about the other four types? Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Srishti. It's not completely adverse to Bhakti. But still, in our line, they don't. But we should understand what it is. Why the Bhakti? That's what it is. So, Raga Bhakti. Here in the Raganuga, Ragatmika, Rupanuga. According to the difference in a particular devotee's eligibility to receive them. These four types of mukti assumes two forms. Swasukha Aishwarya Pradhanakari. Swasukha Aishwarya Pradhanakari. That which bestows transcendental happiness and opulence. That bestows transcendental happiness and opulence. And Prema Seva Pradhanakari. That which bestows loving transcendental service unto Bhagavan. Those who reach the Vaikuntha planet through these four types of liberation obtain the fruit of transcendental happiness and opulence. Servitors or devotees of the Lord never accept such liberation under any circumstances. And the Prema Bhaktas or loving devotees never accept any of the five varieties of mukti. Therefore, within pure unalloyed devotees, the desire for liberation does not exist. Any of these four kinds. Thus, to remain free from the desire for mukti is anya vilashita shunya. Being devoid of any desire other than that to please Sri Krishna. This is one of the tatastha or marginal characteristics of bhakti. We should not have any desire other than to please Sri Krishna. See, hand is there. Right? Hand is what? It is part of this body. It has to do this, pick up this like that. Right? Doing anything else, not possible. It will not survive. It is connected with this body. It should serve this body. It should help with whatever capabilities are given to this hand. Right? You cannot expect. No, you lift 1 ton, 2 ton. No, not like. Whatever capability is given, you completely do this. Then this will be automatically, satisfied and all that. So something like that, this hand is not independent, understand? Not independent, control. So, if it is completely surrendered, doing exactly whatever this body dictating, the living entity in this body, then what is the problem? So, properly situated, that is healthy, happiness. So, to remain free from uncovered by tendencies such as those for jnana and karma is another marginal characteristic of bhakti. See, jnana and karma is another. Now, in the phrase jnana karma, the word adi means so forth, refers to the practice of Ashtanga Yoga, Vairagya, Sankhya, and the occupational duties corresponding to one's caste or creed. It has already been mentioned that the favorable cultivation of activities to please Sri Krishna is called bhakti. The living entity is transcendental. Krishna is transcendental. and the bhakti vritti or tendency of unalloyed devotion through which the living entity establishes an eternal relationship with Krishna is also transcendental relationship. All the three are transcendental. When the jiva is situated in his pure state, only then does the Swarupa Lakshana or intrinsic attribute of bhakti act. At that time, there is no opportunity for the Tatastha Lakshana of bhakti to act. When we are purely situated, it's only uh, transcendental, intrinsic activity, intrinsic attribute of bhakti. Tatastha will not happen. But that's why we are in Tatastha, right? Marginal potency, marginal land, borderline. That's why this Tatastha Lakshana Bhakti is acting. When the jiva is conditioned and situated in the material world, along with this Swarupa or constitutional identity, two more marginal identities are present. Gross and subtle body. Through the medium of these, the living entity endeavors to fulfill his various desires while residing in the material world. Therefore, when introducing someone to the conception of Shuddha Bhakti, we have to acquaint him with the concept of Anya Bilashita Shunya, being devoid of any desires other than the desire to please Sri Krishna. See? Like we were talking, the 8 qualities of soul. Annavilashita, no suffering, no shoka, no birth, no death, no disease. But now we are situated in this body. We have this, but still we accept this as the mercy of the Lord and not carried away, and then do a service to please Him. In the transcendental world, this type of identification is not required. After becoming entangled in the ocean of material existence, the jiva becomes absorbed in various types of external activities and is thereby attacked by a disease called, we are attacked by a disease called forgetfulness of Krishna. Within the jiva, root of all disease, forgetfulness of Krishna. Within the jiva, suffering from the severe miseries caused by this disease arise a desire to be delivered from the ocean of material nuisance. When we forget so many miseries, so many diseases, then we're suffering, then we desire, oh, I want to get out of this material nuisance. At that time, within his mind, he condemns himself, thinking, alas, how unfortunate I am. Alas, how unfortunate I am, having fallen into this insurmountable ocean of material existence. Insurmountable ocean of material existence. We cannot get out. I'm being thrown here and there by the violent waves of my wicked desires. At different times, I am being attacked by the crocodiles and other violent creatures of lust, anger, and so forth. I cry helplessly at my miserable condition. Looking at, oh. But I don't see any hope for my survival. What should I do? Do I not have any well-wisher? Do I not have any well-wisher? Is there any well-wisher there? Is there any possible way I can be rescued? Alas, what to do? How will I be delivered? I don't see any solution to my dilemma. Alas, alas, I am most unfortunate. In such a diseased state of helplessness, understand? The jiva becomes exhausted and falls silent. Seeing the jiva in this condition, the most compassionate Sri Krishna then mercifully implant the Bhakti Lata Bija or seed of the creeper of devotion within his heart. This seed is known as Shraddha or faith, and it contains within it the undeveloped manifestation of Bhava or the first sprout of divine love for Bhagavan. Nourished by the water of the cultivation of devotional activities, aided by hearing, chanting, that seedling, small sprouts, seedling, sprouts, then grows leaves, and then finally flowers as it assumes the full form of a creeper. When in the end good fortune dawns upon the jiva, the Bhakti Lata bear the fruit of prema. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling how the development of gradual development of bhakti, starting from the seed of Shraddha, in the form of Shraddha, faith, transcendental faith. It is to be understood clearly that as soon as the seed of Shraddha is sown in the heart, immediately Bhakti Devi appears there. Bhakti at the stage of Shraddha, Bhakti Devi is very delicate, like a newborn baby girl. From the very time of her appearance in a devotee's heart, she has to be very carefully kept in a healthy condition. Just as a householder protects his very tender baby daughter from sun, cold, harmful creatures, hunger and thirst, similarly the infant like Shraddha Devi must be protected from all varieties of inauspiciousness. Otherwise, the undesirable association of jnana, karma, yoga, attachment to material objects, dry, renunciation, and so forth, will not allow her to gradually blossom into Uttama Bhakti and will instead make her grow into a different form. In other words, the Shraddha will not eventually develop into Bhakti but will merely assume the form of anartha, unwanted things. The danger of disease remains up until the tender Shraddha Devi becomes free from the influence of anarthas and transforms into Nishta, anartha nivrutti Nishta, from being nurtured by the affectionate mother of the association of genuine devotees and from taking the medicine of bhajana. Once she has reached the stage of Nishta, no anartha whatsoever can easily harm her. So, Nishta, then we are safe. If Shraddha Devi is not properly nurtured with the utmost care, she will be polluted by the germs, termites, mosquitoes, and unhealthy environment of the process of jnana, renunciation, impersonal conceptions, sankhya, and so forth. In the conditioned stage, jnana, vairagya, and so on are unavoidable for the jiva. But if jnana is of a particular variety, which is unfavorable to bhakti, it can ruin bhakti. Hence, according to Srila Jiva Goswami, the word jnana here refers to the pursuit of impersonal Brahma. Jnana is of two kinds. Okay? Spiritual knowledge, which is directed towards obtaining mukti, That is one. One obtain mukti. The other one is Bhagavad Tattva Jnana, which arises simultaneously along with bhakti within the heart of the jiva. The first type of jnana is directly opposed to bhakti, and it is essential to stay far away from it. Some people say that bhakti arises only after the cultivation of such spiritual knowledge. But this statement is completely erroneous. Bhakti actually dries up by the cultivation of such knowledge. On the other hand, the Tattva Jnana concerning the mutual relationship sambandha between the Ishvara and the Jiva and Maya. Relationship between Ishvara, Jiva and Maya. Supreme Lord, living entity and the material nature, Maya. Which arises within the heart of the Jiva through the faithful cultivation of devotional activities is helpful for his bhakti. This knowledge is called ahaituka jnana, or knowledge which is devoid of ulterior motive. See? Ulterior, devoid of ulterior motive. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha Jnanayatasyu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahaitukam. Bhakti Yoga, which is performed for the satisfaction of Bhagavan, Vasudeva. Bhakti which is performed for the satisfaction of Vasudeva, Bhagavan, brings about the detachment from all things unrelated to him and gives rise to pure knowledge which is free from any motive for liberation and which is directed exclusively towards the attainment of him. So it is so nice, so amazing. We have to do bhakti for his satisfaction. Then we don't have to struggle for detachment, whatever unconnected, automatically get detached. Detachment will happen. Now, by carefully reviewing all the previous statements, we can understand that remain uncovered by jnana, karma, and so forth, which means accepting them as subservient entities and engage in the unfavorable cultivation of activities meant to please Sri Krishna, which are devoid of any other desire, is called Uttama Bhakti. Bhakti, the only means by which the jiva can obtain transcendental bliss. Besides bhakti, all other methods are external. With the assistance of bhakti, sometimes karma is identified as aropasiddha bhakti, or endeavors which are indirectly attributed with the quality of devotion. Indirectly attributed with the quality of devotion. And sometimes jnana is identified as sangha siddha bhakti, or endeavors associated with or favorable to the cultivation of devotion. But they can never be accepted as Swarupa Siddha Bhakti, or Bhakti in its constitutionally perfected stage. Swarupa Siddha Bhakti is Kaitava Sunya, free from any deceit and full of unalloyed bliss by nature, meaning that it is devoid of any desires for heavenly enjoyment and the attainment of liberation. But in Aropa Siddha Bhakti, the desire for bhukti and mukti remain in a hidden position. Therefore, it is also called Sakaitava Bhakti or deceitful Bhakti. Oh, my dear intimate Vaishnavas. No, Bhakti no Thakur this time. Oh, my dear intimate Vaishnavas. By your constitutional nature, you are attracted to Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. and I have no taste for Aropa Siddha Bhakti or Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Although these two types of devotion are not actually bhakti by their constitution, some people refer to these two types of activities of bhakti. They also refer as bhakti. I'm doing bhakti. No. In fact, they are not bhakti, but bhakti abhas, or the semblance of real bhakti. If, if by some good fortune through the practice of bhakti abhas, one develops Shraddha for the true nature of bhakti, then only can such practice transform into Shuddha Bhakti. But this does not happen easily, because by the practice of Bhakti Abhasa, there exists every possibility of remaining bereft of Shuddha Bhakti. Therefore, in all the scriptures, the instruction is to follow Swarupa Siddha Bhakti. So, Sri Krishna is the complete, all-pervading consciousness who always possesses all potencies. And the Jiva, living entity, is the infinitesimal conscious entity who is likened to a single particle of light situated within a ray of the unlimited spiritual sun. Krishna is like unlimited spiritual sun. So many rays are coming out, and the living entity is just one particle within the one of the ray. You know? But still, Lord, even though we are insignificant, 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 insignificant. Now keep on telling throughout our life. Still, we may not reach our state of insignificance. We are so insignificant. But still, Lord cares, loves. He never forgets us, even though we forget Him. No matter what our situation may be, whether whichever species of life, He always nurturing us, directing us. All the living, not just what a supreme. Such a big person. That's why, see, in this material world, we can come across so many rich people. Where are? You think they will care for a destitute, poor? No. The Lord is not like that. He is so compassionate. Never forgets anything else. Huh? Hare Krishna. ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ? ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು. So, so fortunate, I will tell you, to come in touch with Krishna and Krishna devotees. Krishna devotees, pure, they are even more compassionate than Krishna. Because why? They have the mercy of Radha, carrying mercy of Radha. Munindra Vrunda Vandite Triloka Shokarini Prasanna Vakta Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilas Vrajendra Bhanu Nandini Vrajendra Sunu Sangate Kada Karisha Siyamam Krupa Katasabhaya Triloka Shoka Harini. You will destroy all the suffering of the three worlds. So, devotees sent by her, especially, cannot tolerate suffering. So, the natural and unadulterated endeavor of the infinitesimal conscious entity toward the complete consciousness is called bhakti. The natural, unadulterated endeavor of the infinitesimal conscious entity toward the complete consciousness is called bhakti. It is natural, it is not something artificial. The jiva's persistence towards anyabhilashi, acting to fulfill the desires other than the desire to please Sri Krishna, jnana karma, is called acquiring material designation. Jiva's persistence towards other thing other than devotion to Krishna is called acquiring material designation. You see, there are so many designations, American, Indian, European, and then dog, cat, so many, planets, so many lifetimes, acquiring material designation. We should understand that the natural inherent endeavor of the jiva can only mean the favorable cultivation of activities to please Sri Krishna. Natural inherent endeavor of the jiva is only to please Sri Krishna. It's obvious. You cannot do anything otherwise. So it is so natural. But it seems so unnatural. Because we are being conditioned for, millions and billions of lifetimes. We are carrying all that impression. That's why we have to do proper Ekadasi. That's why Lord Himself comes, cleanses all this acquired contamination over many, many lifetimes. We cannot clean. Can a vessel, you're cooking like rice pot, can the vessel wash itself? You say, no, yeah. You're putting a washing machine, right? There's two kinds of wash machine, right? One for the clothes, one for the utensils, cups, right? The West especially. At least someone has to go, the living entity has to put in. He has to turn on, right? Water connection must be given. You understand? The vessel cannot do all these things. Even though you're not physically washing, the instrument, see, are you writing by your hand directly? You're using a pen, paper, pencil, or a keyboard, understand? Computer keyboard or mobile, is also like a instrument to write, enter numbers. Hand is not directly doing it. It's an instrument. So similarly, washing machine and all the instruments. So same way you might say, oh no, robot does. Okay, what? But robot is not independent. He's assisting, you might say, but can the robot will love you? Oh, he can program it, but it's all, see, the scientists, they go, bah, no, one day it will happen. See, that is impossible, it is not possible. For example, I'll give you, artificial intelligence, it can make everything. Wait a minute. Artificial intelligence exists where? In a computer. Computer consists of chips and all that, power and all that. You need power. You think it will work without power? Artificial can it create power? No. To what extent it can go? But somehow they forget these things. No, it's possible. So it's a Brahma, Brahma meaning illusion, Oh, that's why, anyway, So, another thing. Now, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is going to describe about the Bhakti Abhasa, semblance of Bhakti. Semblance, what appears to be Bhakti. Now, we discussed intrinsic nature, Swarupa, and extrinsic characteristic. That is the Lakshana of Bhakti. Intrinsic nature and extrinsic characteristics. Now we'll discuss Bhakti Abhasa, semblance of Bhakti. So he says, yeah, a little bit already we discussed about it. Tata said. So the Bhakti Abhasa, a semblance of Bhakti, is included within the category of Tatastha Lakshana of Bhakti. But since it is not really suitable for Bhakti Abhasa to be thoroughly analyzed in a section where both Swarupa and Tatastha Lakshana of Bhakti are being described, it is become necessary to write a separate chapter on the type of Bhakti Abhasa. So he is trying that this will clarify further. Now we have discussed already what Bhakti is. Bhakti is what? Natural and unadulterated endeavor of the infinitesimal consciousness, the Jiva. Toward the complete consciousness, Krishna is called Bhakti. Jivas are situated in two stages, the liberated stage and the conditioned stage. In the liberated stage, the Jiva is free from all varieties of material relationships and it is situated in its pure constitutional position. In such a stage, the Jiva remains free from any material designation and hence within him there is no opportunity for the marginal characteristics of bhakti to exist. In the conditioned stage, the Jiva forgets his constitutional identity as his spiritual intelligence is deluded by the coverings of the subtle and gross bodies. In this stage, the Jiva acquires various material designations. When a mirror is free from dust, it gives a clear reflection of any object. But when it is covered with dust, it does not give a clear reflection. In such a condition, we can say that the mirror has acquired as a designation. When something covers the swabhava or nature of an object, then that covering is called the object's designation. See, it's very amazing definition. What is designation? Ha ha. No. Oh, oh, I'm president, vice president. So many designations, right? Endless. We are moving from one designation to another. UKG, LKG, high school, college, teachers, designations, so many. So, Aarti is going. Jai, jai, ho, jai.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Thank you. So, what is designation? Is when something covers the swabhava or nature of an object, then that covering is called the object's designation. Material nature covers the pure constitutional nature of the jiva, and that covering is jiva's designation. So, our Gurudev keeps telling this shloka, Bhagavatam, 11th canto. What is bhaya? Meaning fear. Okay? Bhayam dvitiya viniveshitaha syad ईशादपेतस्य विपर्ययो स्मृति तन्मयायतो बुधा अवजेत्तम् भक्तैकैषां gurudevatatma. The jiva's innate tendency, jiva's innate tendency of unalloyed devotion toward the complete consciousness, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, is his nitya dharma or eternal occupational duty. When the same jiva becomes opposed to Bhagavan, then he is gripped by fear. See, he is opposed, become fear. He is gripped by fear and his intelligence is lost. Maya is the apara shakti or external potency of Bhagavan. Considering the existence of this material world, which has manifested from the external potency to be an independent element from Bhagavan, the unfortunate jiva falls into material existence. The intelligent people accepting the shelter of the lotus feet of a Sadguru engage themselves in the exclusive bhajana of the Parama Deva or Supreme God, Sri Hari. So, we fall into material existence. So, if we, this material existence, if we think it is independent element from Bhagavan, then we are conditioned. No, he is dependent. We also engage this. Remember, I was telling you this thing, right? See this jnana mudra, right? Okay. This is mode of, small one is mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. You get it? 3 fingers. Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, right? Mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. Ignorance is small finger, but its effect is too high. Huh? And the jiva is with it. So what do we get? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada. You know, lust, anger, greed, all this varieties. And Supreme Lord is also there. Now, if the jiva has to separate from these 3, what it has to do? It has to be moved away from these 3, right? Can it move by itself to Supreme Lord? No. It will not. Suppose if the Lord goes toward that, it will not. So, both has to happen like this. Then get separated. What? We have to desire separate from this, and we cannot do by ourselves. We need the help, mercy of the Lord. See, chesta, activities. Oh yes, I want to separate. Sadhana, under the guidance of Guru. Then guidance of Guru comes, he makes a contact with this Bhagavan, connection, then automatically free from these 3. Get it? This is called Jnana Mudra. But we are not interested, we don't want to give up it up. Yukta Vairagya. What is that? We also engage those 3 in the service of the Lord. Because we see this is not independent, these 3. It's also meant, we can use that. We were using these 3 in fulfilling our own desires, sense gratification. That's how we started, right? Whole world you see. Senses. Gratification of a sense. Now we engage that also in the gratification of the Supreme Lord senses. It is meant for him. Then they get purified and they will no longer bother us. Understand? This mode of material nature If we engage that in the service of the Lord, they will assist us. They will become favorable to us. If we try to enjoy, whew, you understand? We've been beaten so hard in so many species of life, unending. That's why we cry. Huh? So, so we can understand, absorption in the material energy. Absorption in the material energy, understand, these three, the jiva. Huh? What happens? Imposes a false designation upon him. False designation. See, if he's connected, he's a servant of the Lord. Now, if he's like this, no, I'm the, whole thing meant for me. I'm the enjoyer. You know, I and mine comes in. So, in such an adulterated stage, this is adulterated stage. The bhakti of the jiva easily deteriorates and appears as bhakti abhasa. See? Semblance of bhakti. Those who desire nothing other than entrance into Shuddha Bhakti should completely cross over Bhakti Abhasa and take shelter of Kevala Bhakti, exclusive and uninterrupted devotion. For this reason, he is describing Bhakti Abhasa in great detail. This in-depth analysis of Bhakti Abhasa is extremely confidential. Only intimate devotees are qualified to hear it. This Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying. This is because those who consider Bhakti Abhasa to be Bhakti will never be pleased upon hearing this book until they become truly fortunate. I am feeling immense pleasure in presenting this topic before the intimate devotees. Okay. So, he is very, you're all fortunate to hear about this. Srila Rupa Goswami has not given a separate analysis of Bhakti Abhasa in Bhakti Rasamrita. Within the first half of the verse, Anyabhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karma Adi Anavrutam. He has given a complete yet hidden explanation of Bhakti Abhasa. While discussing the topic of Rati Abhas or the semblance of Rati in his review of Rati Tattva, Srila Rupa Goswami has nicely explained Bhakti Abhasa. I'm presenting this deliberation on Bhakti Abhasa upon the basis of conception of Rasacharya Srila Rupa Goswami. Bhakti Abhasa, semblance of Bhakti exists prior to the stage of Shuddha Bhakti. From Bhakti Abhasa, the stage of Shuddha Bhakti and Rati in Shuddha Bhakti appear in sequence. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Pratibimba Stata Chaya Ratyavyaso Dvivida Mataha. Rati Abhaso. Chaya Rati Abhaso Dvida Mata. There are two types of Bhakti Abhasa. Pratibimba Bhakti Abhasa and Chaya Bhakti Abhasa. There are two stages of Abhasa. Semblance. There are two kinds of semblance of Bhakti. Okay. The difference between the two is that Pratibimba remains apart from the original object and appears as another separate entity, while Chaya is completely dependent on the original object and from a position of proximity to it appears as partial manifestation of the original object. So, giving example, very easy to understand. With an example is very easy. When a tree is reflected in water, right? We see water you go to a pond or a river, right? Water is there, tree is there on the bank, and we see the reflection of the tree in the water. The tree which is visible in the water is called the pratibimba or reflection of the original tree. What is seen in the water is a reflection of the original tree, pratibimba. The reflection is never in touch with the original object. Is it not true? Reflection is not touch with the original object, the tree. The existence of the reflection is due solely to the existence of the original object. Understand? The reflection exists because of the existence of the object. Still, and the reflection has no connection with the original object. Still, the reflection is accepted as a separate identity. The form which appears because of the tree's blockage of the path of light and which resembles the form of the tree itself is called the chaya. See, now what is shadow? He is explaining what is shadow. The form which appears because of the tree's blockage of the path of light and which resembles the form of the tree itself is called the chaya or shadow. See, there is a tree, there is a water there. Reflection of tree in the water is thing. But suppose sunlight is there, right? Sunlight is there, tree is there, same tree is there. And on the land, you see the shadow of the tree. Because the shadow is what? The trees blockage of the path of light. And that shadow resembles the form of the tree is called shadow, chaya. The existence of chaya is entirely dependent upon the original object, right? The shadow does not, it depends entirely on the existence of the object. Srila Jiva Goswami says, Tasma nirupadi eva rater mukhya swarupatvam sopaditvam abhasatvam tattva gaunya vritya pravattatamam iti. It means when bhakti is unadulterated, it is swarupa bhakti, devotion in its intrinsic state. But when bhakti is adulterated, then it is called bhakti abhasa. Bhakti abhasa is manifested by gauna vritti or secondary inclination of the jiva. The jiva's intrinsic inclination is called the mukhya vritti, and the inclination which is obstructed or covered is called the gauna vritti. Pratibimba bhakti abhasa and chaya bhakti abhasa are both categorized as gauna vritta, secondary tendencies. When bhakti reaches its pure form, it is completely free from the tendencies of pratibimba and chaya. At that time, only the original object itself, pure spontaneous devotion is manifest. So, we understand the two types of semblance of bhakti, chaya and pratibimba, reflection. So, then we will discuss this later in detail. Now, so we will continue next time. Sorry, we are taking more time, but this is very essential, very interesting. Very important. Then we will not be we will be properly situated in our sadhana, in our bhakti, and all that. So we will end here today. We thank Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Wow, so amazing. Great personality. If we are not manifested by Bhakti, by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are totally lost. When he appeared in this world, Gaudiya Vaishnavism is nobody heard of it. So many, things are sprouted, so many kind of like 30, something like that, different varieties. Gaura Nagari, and like wow, so many things. Basically, different sense gratification, But he came, he found, recognized purity, and then so like that, it shows the Supreme Lord is behind it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is guiding. Actually, is acting through. He has acted through Bhaktivinoda Radharani. Gaura Shakti. See. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Saksha. We say is Gaura Shakti. Gaura Shakti Sarupa. Rupanuga Varayate. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya. Sakshat Bhakti Vinodaya. Gaura Shakti Sarupa. Rupanuga Varayate. The embodiment of Gaura Shakti. So that's why it's very, very powerful, giving these intricate details. Pray at his lotus feet. Please bestow his mercy, give us a chance to understand, bhakti, tattva, viveka, given intelligence to understand it. So that way we will enter into bhakti, pure bhakti, ahetuki bhakti, kevala bhakti. Vancha kalpatubhyacha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Jai Jai. Please forgive me again. Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Gurudev, for that. And thank you.